Annyeong. Hello, I am the Dark Fae and welcome back to another Warlock makeup look. Today, the look is inspired by the ARCHFEY, which, as read in D&D Beyond, is your patron is a lord or lady of the Fae, a creature of legend who holds secrets that were forgotten before the mortal races were born. This being's motivations are often inscrutable and sometimes whimsical, and might involve a striving for greater magical power or the settling of age-old grudges. Beings of the sort include the Prince of Frost, the Queen of Air and Darkness, which was my initial patron, ruler of the Gloaming Court, Titania of the Summer Court, her consort Oberon, the Green Lord, Tiresome, the Prince of Fools, and Ancient Hags. So, the ARCHFEY Warlock has a special place in my heart because it was my first D&D character. I was a drow ARCHFEY Warlock, so of course I had to save this one for Halloween Day as my original, my OG. So without further ado, let's begin. So here's now a close-up of my face. As always, I am just wearing BB cream and powder, and to begin, I'm going to be taking my Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Taking a combination of this green and this green, I'm going to start kind of building that up on my lid and on my lid, kind of focusing on the outer crease. So first, kind of dabbing that on. Looking at an angle. Actually, no, I lied. What I'm going to do first is actually take my brown eyeliner and I'm just going to make kind of a line kind of stemming from the corner of my eye up. And I'm going to use this as kind of a divider. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to really wing that up, and then I'm going to try and keep this green color kind of above that line. So I'm actually going to take my smaller brush and I'm going to use that for filling in the color and diffusing it up this way. Bringing that kind of spring green into the inner corner as well. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this sort of pale yellow color and load that up on my brush and use that to kind of blend out the line at the top. Kind of soften the look. Okay, so with that kind of green color laid down, I'm now going to go transition for a sec to my Natasha Denona palette and taking the color Agate, which you saw a lot of in my celestial look. I'm going to go ahead and take that onto my brush and place that kind of down along my lower lash line, kind of sweeping it across. I'm going to take a fluffy brush up, and then out a little bit. Now there's kind of like a sheen underneath there that's going to kind of blend into the highlight later. So now taking my Tarte Pro Remix palette, I'm going to be taking the color Explosion here, which is this kind of a darker emerald, almost teal, kind of a green. I'm going to take that and kind of very gently on just like the outer corner of my eye, like that. Blending it out, of course, just to add a little bit of depth to my eye. So, what I'm going to do now is finish off the lid. So the lid, I kind of want a combination of green and gold. So I'm going to take that same color that I used down here, agate, and I'm just going to use it on pick it up on my finger here. And I'm just going to pat that onto my lid, focusing more on kind of the inner third. Kind of blending it into the green a little bit. I'm going to take the color Laurel as my inner highlight. My fingers, and I'm also going to add that onto my brow bone as well. I'm also going to go into my Aurora Lights palette and taking the color Glowing, which is this kind of olivey, jadey, glittery gold green. I'm going to put that kind of on the outer corner, kind of on the portion of the eye where the gold kind of blends into the green. Light dusting over the lid, and then I'm going to go over the center of my lid with the same golden agate. There we go, like that. So, one last step that I'm going to do for the waterline is taking my Tarte Pro palette. I'm actually going to do this in a bit of a more rosy color. So I'm going to take the color Sway, which is like this very pretty rose gold kind of a color, and I'm going to use that to line my waterline. Just so that this look isn't too golden, kind of adding a very pretty blush tone. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is with my brown eyeliner, I'm going to kind of similar to my Great Old One Warlock, I'm going to draw some patterns kind of into the wing of my eye. Also, to keep this look kind of very soft looking, I'm only going to really tightline my eyes. I'm really only going to put the liner kind of into my lash line because I kind of want the look to be not quite as harsh. Also why I'm using brown instead of a black or darker color. So, this very gently start adding some designs. Do something like that. And I am going to very slightly outline the outer third of my lower lash line. Like that, and then I'm gonna blend it so it's a little more subtle. So, and last but not least, I'm going to actually go over this eyeliner with a little bit of this color here, Day Spring, to give it just kind of a bronzy, glittery look. To kind of give it a bit more of that, you know, ARCHFEY, Feywild kind of a sparkle. I'm gonna go ahead and line my eyes as well with it. So now with the liner and the eyeshadow done, I am going to go ahead and curl my lashes and apply mascara. If you have a brown mascara, that would be ideal for this look to kind of go along with the eyeliner and make it a little bit less harsh, but unfortunately for me, my hair and my lashes are very dark, so brown mascara does not work for me, so I will be using black. What I'm going to do is, like, while the mascara is still a little bit wet, I'm going to take a little bit of this color Magnetic here, and I'm actually just going to pick that up on a flat brush, and I'm going to push that onto my eyelid, onto my lashes, and brush that on just to give it kind of make it a little less dark, a little more glittery and bronzy to kind of match my eyeliner. Same thing with the lower lashes. So I'm just picking it up on my brush and kind of very gently combing it through. And now there's kind of this matching brown color. Alright, so that is this eye done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and then we'll be back to finish off the face. Okay, so here's the finished eye look. And I didn't make these symmetrical again on purpose, because I personally like it when it's a little bit more freeform, but of course you can make it symmetrical if you'd like. So now to finish off the face, we are going to first apply some highlight. So kind of to blend in with the gold that's kind of underneath our eye, I'm going to take my Becca highlight in Opal, and just kind of brush that along my bones. So now what I'm going to do on the face is I'm going to add blush, and I'm actually going to add that kind of on my cheeks and then kind of across the bridge of my nose, and you will see why. Or I guess I could just tell you why. I'm going to add freckles. So I kind of wanted to have that kind of sun-kissed look a little bit. My brush, and then I'm going to go ahead add a little bit of color, the apples of my cheeks. Very subtle. And then I'm going to kind of add a tiny bit on the bridge of my nose as well. Kind of sweep it down. Okay. Almost a bit of like a sunburned effect. And then I'm going to take almost like a bit of a sunburn effect, so kind of subtle. So then I'm going to take a angled brush, and I'm just going to be using like the very tip of it, taking the color Day Spring. I'm going to use that and just add all these little kind of dots onto my face, kind of maximizing the number of freckles kind of on the center of my nose, and then kind of working outward. Making the dots very small and very kind of sporadic. And I'm using this kind of a glowy color to kind of give them a bit more of a fantasy feel. And then I'm going to kind of put them a little bit more sparsely as I get to my cheeks. With this you can add as many or as few as you like. Also going to add a few kind of random dots. I think that looks pretty good. And look, wow, I look very different with freckles. Okay, so now I'm going to go onto the lips. So the lips, I didn't want to do like a red or like a pink or anything like that. So I'm actually going to first cover them with concealer. Or actually in this case, I'm going to be using a bit of the BB cream that I have for my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of dab that to neutralize the color of my lips. Make sure to kind of blend it out. That's a look. Because I do want this to be a bit more fantasy and less garden fairy. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Tarte Pro Remix palette, taking the color Explosion again. I'm actually going to use this to kind of color my lips. and patting up and building the color, very similar to what we did for the Celestial. So right now this color is too blue, so I'm going to go ahead and first take my Aurora Lights palette, taking the color Glowing again. I'm going to use that now to go over this kind of base color. And then going over that once again with this gold outside the lines. So that is the finished look. I don't know if I'm actually that fond of this lip look. I'm gonna take this off and then try one more thing, but this is a look that you could definitely try. Let me show you what it looks like zoomed out. Oh, actually, from afar it's not too bad. I think close up the green is pretty stark. I think it might be a little bit too cool, so let me try one more thing. I'm actually going to take this green color and darken the outer corners of my lips. You know what? I don't think I like the green as much as I thought I would. But so here's another finished look. We're gonna do 3 looks right now. Here it is zoomed. Ooh. Here it is zoomed out. I really do like the freckles. I think they're really cute. Green lip not really doing it for me, so I think I will go to maybe like an orangey kind of a color. So give me 1 second and I will come back with that. I'm going to start off with my ink Airy Velvet in the color 1. And we're going to see if this looks a bit better. So I'm going to use my finger to kind of feather it out. And I'm going to use my Romand Glasting Tint. And then going ahead and blotting that. I do think this is missing a little bit something. So I'm going to go ahead and take the color Agate and kind of similarly to what I've been doing, kind of add that to the center of my lips. kind of give it a warmer glow. I think I like this better. It's got kind of that like sunset-y kind of a look. Maybe that has to do with my outfit or my hair decoration, I don't know, but here is the finished ARCHFEY Warlock look. And here's a close up. I think, I don't know, I might like this one the best. I really like the freckles. These almost look like little like branches or like little antlers. So yeah, this kind of ended up being like 2, 3.5 looks with one, like changing the lipstick color can change the look dramatically. But let me know down in the comments below which color you liked best. I think this one is definitely much more wearable. The green, I think, is a bit more like otherworldly, but I didn't quite like how it meshed with the green on my eyes. So also let me know down in the comments below, since this is going to be my last Warlock makeup video for a little bit, which of the 4 looks you liked the best. Celestial, Great Old One, Fiend, or this one, the ARCHFEY, and I'll put links up to those in the corner over here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for notifications when I put out new videos. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!